Hello, hello.
राहुल इधर देख रहे हो उधर देख रहे हैं किधर इधर ही देख रहे हैं ना ओके राइट so this was the situation basically but at least my humble request with all of you that do not waste your valuable time it's a fact because see ultimately we go and do like see you are a graduated from mathematics so definitely you know some of the mathematics by your own and you might be done IIT JEE mains and advanced coaching class also. You definitely might be occurred, you might be, acquired some knowledge from that also. Because this IAS mathematics, I will say, the greater than 12, less than, I would definitely say graduation, right? It's a fact. And it's very obvious, a lot of questions, just like I can say, find the rank of the matrix, convert the matrix into the echelon form, find the limit of the function, find the integration of the so-and-so integrand, right? They'll ask these kind of questions also, right? And Rahul, ठीक है सब या दिक्कत तो नहीं है अभी मैं अपना फ्लो को धीरे धीरे बढ़ा दूँ या ऑनलाइन बच्चे सही से आ रहे क्या if everything is good it's okay calculus and real हाँ ठीक है yeah it's okay so you're not audible है ना वो अभी okay oh yes now it's okay well yeah it's okay so I would say this year preliminary has given a lot of shock to the almost every aspirant who has taken even who has not taken exam also so this kind of unpredictability always there with the UPSC and most of the times these unpredictable things occur basically in preliminary only basically not in the mains. In the mains, if you have been taken the mathematics optional, it's very obvious that how much attempt you have been done correct. That's what you can easily aware of, right? In general studies also, where you have written what you have written in essay, out of 8 questions, you have to choose only 2 questions to answer. It's very easy to choose also. You can easily understand how much attempt I gave right or wrong, right? At least you can predict something in the case of the mains, right? But here is a very lot of unpredictability in the preliminary case. This time really is a big shock to almost all aspirants, right? But, mains anyway, it's a, certainty is there with the mains. But otherwise, I would like to say this interview is all about the time and situation. But even in the case of the interview also, I can say, even you do something or you do not do something, I can bet that you will almost get the 130 plus marks, something like that. Because for attendance is there, physical, application, and everything is there. If you have done some performance well, maybe you can reach out to the 180 plus, 190 plus, and 200 plus, something like that. So that they are, very, I can say luck-based marks, situation-based marks. Time and situation. When you are presented in the interview, if your time is good, then opposite person also asks some questions in favor to you. Or the questions you may know, those questions will come from their mouth. That's it. So that is the time and situation and luck, right? But otherwise, a lot of predictability is obviously possible from your hard work sense. This means it's a truth. Not even the preliminary. But see, anyway, my final conclusion over here to all the aspirants who are sitting in the offline, online and all, right? Do not waste your valuable time. Nowadays, we are finding the students in an inquiry also. 1 year they prepared self, and 2 years they prepared self, and they're coming down to the word, what do? I have a lot of doubts. And what do I do? Shall I go to the coaching or not? If they'll come for the coaching also, there are some issues also. What kind of issues can raise for them? There are some things they may know also sometimes. And when teacher is started explaining something, obviously some things he may know in that explanation. He may become what impatient to listen those known things also sometimes. But ultimately, you have to, crack this exam. For that, you have to know. When you are patiently listening something, it's very obvious that there's something unknown to you which you can aware. But that's what where, if you are patiently enough, then only you can able to listen properly. Otherwise, you can't able to listen properly, or you can't able to aware properly. That's what the case. But see, what is one trend have been found nowadays? People are coming. They are excited to come for the what? Offline first. Okay, offline is good. Offline is good. Offline is good. They think that. Okay, and secondly, they go for the what? Gradually. One day or other day they feel lazy. Chalo, I'll see through online. Okay, they'll come for what? Live, right? And even in the live also they are impatient by sitting at their home in the like on their own chair and all, right? And chalo, we'll see sometimes recorded. What's the problem? One day the recorded is going to be eliminated from you. Okay, I'll see tomorrow recorded. Then what I created a situation, it's my interest. See, I'm not looking for what, there are a lot of coaching centers, a lot of institutions. They give you recorded for the 6 months, all the bunch of lectures they'll give you in one go. So 6 months time is there. Initially they are excitedly they can go through some videos, I can't say all videos. And later on we'll see tomorrow. That one day tomorrow is nothing but what? Exam day. So you can put even 2x speed also, whatever the x speed up. So you can't. So that's what the case. But sometimes you can do sometimes the people do what to crack those videos also by third party software and all. Sometimes what they do again, I'll say here, they start selling for 200 rupees, 300 rupees for any friends and all. So this is the situation happening around the market. So what I thought myself, at least the value addition also needed here, not only for the student. So I thought, Rahul abhi kitna ghante ke liye de raha hai? 48 hours ke liye. The recorded is provided for only what? 48 hours. Not complete 6 months or something else. So at least there is a, little bit of fear. After the 48 hours, the video is going to disappear. At least they are going to be attentive. That's what my intention here. Otherwise, I can keep for 6 months also, for 1 year also, right? So that is the situation. So means how people are thinking, how lightly they are thinking. They are interested really in starting time. They are genuine to think offline. They are gradually, turning into what live. They are gradually turning into the recorded. They are gradually nowhere. This is the preparation is happening with the lot of aspirants. My suggestion is that better not to do mistake. Second, when you have a lot of facilities, it's very obvious that we can't do anything. When you have less facilities, you are aggressive to achieve something. You are aggressive to learn something. So now facilities are very heavily available for any student, for any aspirant. So my suggestion is that consolidate that, facility, or consolidate that information by coming to the coaching teachers, right? Otherwise, so you can't able to consolidate by yourself. You'll get confused one day or other day, I can bet. So no matter you are from which background, which good background, so that is not going to be help anymore, right? Online students, what kind of questions are? No questions, right? Rahul, thoda screen thoda chota karo, right? Yeah, I'll be coming to the point. I'll be coming to the word, our content basically. I thought in this batch, I can start calculus and real analysis, right? Calculus first and real analysis. Okay. Calculus and real analysis. I can't find any much difference between these two topics. They're almost all same with little bit contents difference. Otherwise, in earlier days, in olden days, what used to happen in exam, same question, it's from the paper 1. It's from the word paper 2. Sometimes they gave the same question in the paper 1 and पेपर 2. राहुल उधर चेंज कर सकते हैं? अच्छा ठीक है राहुल. They used to give word same question in the paper 1, paper 2. Do you believe one sudden surprise I'll give you? In same paper, they used to give the 2 questions of the same question. Same question they gave 2 times in same paper. Will you believe this? You have to believe. I'll show you those shocks. Same question will be given in paper 1, paper 2. And same question will be given 2 times in the only single paper. Model was different. Okay, model still is okay, right? Because of words, I don't know why that, examiner might be, thought that different questions. But we can't say any comment, negative comment on an examiner. Now, at least I'll show to students something like those kind of questions here. If you see them, it's so good. I'll show you first with the PD. PD. Okay. Okay. My God. The same, It's from the IFoS. IFoS is UPSC or candidates or something else? UPSC only, right? And if you are taking the mathematics optional, it means that by preparing 1 exam, you are able to write the 2 exams. Okay. Chalo, great. Will you see now? Are you watching these questions well? Yeah, I believe. Well. This is for how many marks? 8 marks. This is for the how many marks? 10 marks. This question and this question, are they same or different? X, Y square. What is P stands here? Del Z by del X. What is Q stands here? Del Z by del Y. So means that P stands del Z by del X, Q stands del Z by del Y. And XY square, YQ, ZXY square and 4XU. Will they same or not? So means that in 2016 IFoS, Indian Forest Service, they gave single question twice in same paper. I hope you agree with me. That's well. And again, I think I'll go to the somewhere. Somewhere there's a content name called Real Analysis and Calculus. Well, there's a multiple integrals. Well, will you see one of the question which came in the paper 1 also, paper 2 also. Slow. I'll definitely reach out to that question, no worries. My intention is here to show you how questions are repeated, nothing else. No worries. Volume. I have to do only with the volume. The question asked related to the volume integral. Chalo, give me time so that you will realize. Not here. So anybody is having a material with you? I'm not able to find here, but I'll find. This is a volume integral question. This is the question. Can you see this question? Find the volume in the positive octant, means the first octant of the ellipsoid. So, in the year, IAS 2006 in P1 and P2. In both the papers it came basically. It happens basically, a lot of questions like this. So since you are from the mathematics background, you can easily, do some exercise. Okay, I did in the graduation, I did somewhere, I did in the coaching classes, or else I prepared myself. Okay, this kind of question may come. But if you are taking the optional subject from your background, you can easily correlate the things. No worries so much. That's the case. But if you are taking the unknown optional, you are completely dependent on somebody. So what do I get? What kind of videos I can get here and there, right? You have to realize like this. There are a lot of questions. They'll ask you word. Find the word limit. Find the word rank of a matrix. Yes, I'll show you those kind of simple basic questions, right? I'll show you those kind of simple basic questions. See guys, I'll go in the beginning time. There is a content name called linear algebra. In the linear algebra, what they've been asked in the 2023 IAS, find a rank of the matrix. This question came several times also, 2-3 times. This question, just about this. About same question used to come, has come at least 2-3 times in exam. So this opportunity we have by choosing the our background subject. If you don't choose our background subject, you are away from this information. Without degree, you have to read for the degree. What does it mean? Suppose there is a PubAd, there is a political science, or whatever. You can't get any physical, you can't get any documentation, any certificate. But you have to, read every basic, unknowingly. But here, knowingly, everything you are doing. When you are doing everything knowingly, even it's a bigger size also, it's not a matter. But you know this content, you are studying this content in 11th and 12th, in the graduation. If you have done a post-graduation, you have done in a post-graduation also at least. So it means that at least, minimum 5 to 7 years journey has taken in this mathematics. So these kind of questions they used to, even I'll show you this find a matrix rank. This question also I'll show you, man. Just, see 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, right? I'll show you again some more other places also. Well, see, solve the equations. So these are simple to solve also. Everybody knows. Well, yeah. Give me chance. What is asking? Reduce the matrix into what? Echelon form and find the rank. The same sort, right? There also you can reduce the matrix into what? Echelon form, and you can find the what? Rank. That's it. And again you have to find the rank. Related to the ranks, so many questions here. Again, I find a rank of the matrix, right? Have you seen this kind of question? Just before I've shown you. Have you not done this question? You have to remember that formula. If you remember that formula, it's easy to done, easy to crack to find what a power 100. So see, my intention is here to show things in our control, not very difficult things. Only we have to practice. You have a material, you have a, class like this, and you already have acquired some knowledge from the previous background also. So what's the problem? But why people, see, I tell you one thing is very clear. Before 2019, it was a serious note. It was a very serious note. अरे ब्रोशर है क्या इस वाले में यहाँ पे लेके आओ फटाफट बच्चों को दिखाएंगे ना रियलाइज भी होना चाहिए ना Before 2019, I used to see a lot of marks out of the, this 500 marks. 300 plus very common. In 2018, I believe I've seen out of the 28, 29 or 30 students success, around 20 students got 300 plus marks. It's a very, very huge thing basically. But nowadays it's not happening because of what? No touch with the word teacher, no what this, peer group, practice, right? When there is no peer group practice and no touch with the word mentors and teacher and all, so it's very obviously you're alone to decide anything, to practice anything. It's very obvious that it's very difficult to gain the marks. Things are very easy. I've shown you some things are very similar, repeated. It's the same thing is going to be happen in the calculus also. The same thing is going to happen in every chapter. Simplex method, like in LPP, simplex method. Simplex method every year, almost all the simplex method has to come. You have to practice just to the point of the situation. That practice must be what? Proper sense. Otherwise, it's not going to help you. See, IMS material got spreaded in all over India. It's okay. If the aspirant of the mathematics aspirant student does not touch the IMS material, he can't get the sleep. He feels that okay, I missed something. But that one student was telling me, the crux of the IMS material also will come, or the beauty of the IMS material also will come with my help, not without my help. Because I know on which sense I wrote that material. Sometimes, I went very deeply, sometimes I left also. On which sense I left? It's like if you take an example of ordinary differential equations. I just lightly covered the whole of the topic, whole of the content. Just I explained the method, and I gave something like an example. But there are some things which can be discussed in the class. But those kind of contents can't be possible to write in notes. Like one of the important topic, like, I would say that in ODE, ordinary differential equation, content name is called soluble for P, soluble for, X, Y, and Clairaut form. Wherein that there is a reduction to the Clairaut form. There are the methods how to reduce the problem to the Clairaut form. The problem will be converted to the Clairaut form. If you know the technique, it's very obvious that you can easily crack the answer. But a lot of people can't even reach that, basically. That's one thing. Another point, singular solutions, sometimes non-singular, sometimes singular. How to identify, not by, graphically. So these things, out of whole of the chapter, there's some things which can't be possible to do by us. So the question will come from that. What the student does, he can't do anything. Right. So that's where these coaching classes will help you. The gaps to be filled by only the coaching things. Right. Sir, can we switch from 4 sessions a day, 1 or 2 sessions? It's okay, I understand. Well, I'll see, no worries. Sir, you are absolutely right. That's, and a pro science teacher, as old as, you are right also. Yeah, whichever class you wish today. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Please keep on, write something. What about one-on-one mentor? One-on-one mentorship, that is completely a scam. The people used to say one-on-one discussion, one-on-one class, one-on-one mentorship, right? That's completely what? Scam, nothing else. So why I would say this sentence, like, one-on-one is going to happen 10 days or 20 days or 1 month. After 1 month, that student also does not get interest. Teacher also does not get interest. I would say one thing, it's a frank, it's a truth. See, I'm trying to explain some concept on this smart board or normal board or whatever. I can put my 100% to explain something. Because, my mind, even any teacher mind also opens in every angle to explain that particular concept in all the way, in all the directions. After that, if a student will ask a doubt, for example, if a student will ask a doubt after that, then that doubt can be cleared in easily. I have explained this step like that you can do. If I spell this way, okay sir, that I understood now, that way I can do. Okay, I understand. With this, less communication, he will understand, student also will understand. But without listening, all the 4 directions of explanation of the content, the 4 directions of explanation of the concept, if a student directly asking a doubt on that, it's never ever possible to explain in one-on-one in a complete way. It's a fact. So that's what I'm trying to say, because the student asks, sir, how can I do this doubt? And you can do like this. This much only he can able to do. He can't able to open up everything. For 100 students, he can't able to say that the same thing 100 times. So that's what I'm trying to say. Indirectly or directly, The mentorship, I can't, digest that word also. So that's a really, I can't say anything about that, right? So people also impatient. For impatient people, mentorship is good, right? Because everything, mentorship is nothing but skipping things. You can do only direction. You can do like this, like how I'm trying to say right now. The same way they are going to say something, but the real cracks can't be possible to learn from those mentorships, right? If you are done your complete course also, for example, one more thing also, you see, I can't digest one more thing, that suppose I'm taking this online class, I stopped the word, this chat box communication, right? I'm teaching, I'm just whatever I wanted to teach, I can teach on the board. No one is going to stop me also on online. So I taught everything. But in the case of the mathematics, at least, if a doubt comes in between the content discussion, if you ask your doubt then and there only, the next content you will understand. If you can't ask your doubt then and there, you can't understand further content. Further content is completely blank and completely dark. It's a fact. But with that, the problem is what? Content cannot go ahead properly because there are a lot of stucks, right? But that's what the student has to understand, as well as the teacher also has to understand. Completion does not make any sense. Okay, it's a completed, but what do you do by the completion? Just to listen the things in one side game. It has to be, in the case of the mathematics at least, it has to be what? Two sides game. Then things will be successful. So for those students, see, for those kind of students, if they want to finish, only best way is that recorded. The best way is that only recorded. They can listen only one side, 2x speed, 1x speed, jo bhi speed laga ke, they can listen and they can just leave the things. That's it. And otherwise, like in mathematics, my strong suggestion is that it should be a two-way communication. Though it's late or early, whatever, the time is going to be killing. So no matter about that. But ultimately, the learning is going to be the ultimate, solution. Otherwise, without learning, you can't, right? क्या लिखा है इन्होंने? Whichever class, that's okay. How and whom to ask the doubts? You can ask the doubts. How you are writing a doubt on the chat box, that's the same way you can ask your doubt, right? Chat box is open basically. It's okay, no problem. Yeah. But even in general studies also, even in humanities subjects also, if the person asks doubt, whatever the doubt they get, they will ask in between also, and if teacher will entertain that, then this doubt will clear and he can go ahead with the proper understanding. But that's not happening, and we can't do anything. It's okay. Yeah, this is the thing, I hope. And I'll go back to the content. Basically, I thought of myself here to start the calculus and real analysis, and but a lot of people, how many marks we can gain from the calculus and real analysis? I can show that more or less in the mathematics, from every chapter, you will get the questions. It means that 50 to 60 or 60 to 70 marks in every chapter you can get the questions. So that means that in average, if you assume 60 marks, 60 plus 60 marks, you will get 120 marks in both the papers basically. If you know the calculus and real analysis, though it takes time, but we have to bear the things. If you don't bear the time and things, so it's you're wrong. You're wrong. That's what I'm saying. Online is similar to offline. Don't worry. Okay. Every time you come for the introduction class, so you talk to me once, and you call to my office and talk to me once, and your name is what? Neat Biscuit. Acha. Your channel name is like that. Well, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, what I'm trying to say, calculus is one of the important topic. Along with the calculus, I told that I do the real analysis. I can't do separately, so I can differentiate. I can differentiate also between the topics, right? See, I can write regarding the topics. Regarding the topics here, calculus and real analysis, right? RA, CAL, calculus. Okay. So basically, what are the topics we study in these two? What are the common topics? And how much difference is there between these two topics? I can tell that first. So I'm sure, according to my experience, no difference. I have shown you also. Same question come from paper 1 and paper 2, right? And even same question come in single paper twice. So this situation occurs. It's a lucky, you know, see, there is a loss also, there is a benefit also. If that question, if you don't know, you're having a loss in double, right? In paper 1 and paper 2 are a single paper also. If you know that question answer, you'll get the benefit for double. So ultimately, you have to prepare. I'm truly saying from my bottom of heart, in the mathematics, you have every sort of information with you. Because of this IMS only, this information has been created. Otherwise, I can't say, right? The same way it was not happened in physics. The same way it was not happened in chemistry. The same way it was not happened in botany, zoology. So I tried to work hard. I created a complete structure of this mathematics, right? In the form of the material and all. So later on, see, I can give you the same material to you. I'm sure with this material, for me also benefit, for the student also benefit. But sometimes students may misuse that opportunity. And how student can get the benefit, I'll tell you. For example, you are already graduated, right? When you are already graduated, even after that, I have a day, I have a lot of practice on this mathematics since I'm doing from the, very long years. Almost, I think, I started teaching from the 2000. So now it's a 2026. It's a very long experience. I'm seeing only, I'm watching only, I'm studying only maths, I'm teaching only maths. I don't have any other thing, right? It's very handy to me. That's what. So I found this material, very nice. By working hard, I got motivated. Really, I tell you. There is once upon a time, Pratyogita Darpan. Naam suna? Yeah, the Pratyogita Darpan. They, that time when I just came to Delhi, that time the mathematics, the preliminary exam with the optional subjects also. The preliminary was with the word mathematics optional. They have written this much size of the book. Then everything is there in that single book. If a person understands that book properly, I can bet that they used to qualify mathematics prelims, right? So I thought myself, I also have everything with me. I have to, consolidate the things at one place. That's what I did. I worked hard, right? So that help is really happening. The students who are very serious, for them it's a really benefit. And another point is that I can say, my interest is that, suppose if I'm coming to the class, I'm just teaching on my own with my own book or anything, I'll be just teaching. For example, I'll be coming with a book and I'll be just opening and writing some problems over here. Hardly how many problems I can explain to you? 2 or 3, 3 or 4, not more than that. So after that I can write some problems. But I can't touch in all the 4 corners. So I thought myself that, okay, this material I can give to the student in hand first, and he has to come with the word reading of the material first. If it is possible, it's well and good. If it is possible, it's well and good. Okay. Then he has to come and sit in the class. Then I can go through that material only. I can't go beyond the material things also. I can go beyond the material things, after understanding the material things only, right? So otherwise, it is a waste of the time, basically. Next, since I have given a material to the student, then I have a freedom. I can start, anywhere between also the content. I can start anywhere between the also content, since I've given a material to you. Then I can go right, or else I can go left, or else I can start sometimes in ending, I can go back, right? So I have this freedom. I can explain the things in a free sense manner. Otherwise, if I have not given any material to you, you are a blank person coming and sitting in the class, then I have to start from only beginning. This is a problem. This is one problem, I can say. Suppose sometimes, if student is already well-aware person, he comes and sit in the class. He knows some things. He knows something from his graduation point of view, right? So he can practice also. He can ask me doubt also. Or he can discuss with the friends also, without asking me also, right? This is another benefit of the student. And next point is that, even after happening the class a particular day, when night at 1 o'clock, if he can wakes up, right? And he can open the material, he can practice the word, same, models of the exam. He's not going to be mistrack. If he's not having anything, he has to, keep with him 10 books around. Then every book is going to follow his in own way, right? So when every book is following it's in a own way, obviously it's a confusion. The same problem I can explain in 10 ways. But those 10 ways of explanation is going to be confuse us. So that way I thought myself, right? But यहाँ पे misuse क्या हो सकता है? Everything is in material, I can read material, I can achieve. No, it's not possible. So it is what one of the misconception. So that's the reason I'm trying to say, there are the huge benefits I can say, and bit of, misconceptions also. We can misuse also opportunity. That's what the case. So that's the reason student is also having a mind fix. Okay, this much only I have to do. In reality, the real secret I can tell you to crack the exam. Do you know that? A lot of people, they study so many things. You don't require so many things to read. You can decide some limited resource. Again and again you can practice. But when you can go through to practice unlimited resource, you can't remember anything. Suppose this is a room. When you started living in this room is why but 4 walls, right? In every corner, in every place, what is there? What kind of item I kept? You understand, okay, this item is here, this item is here, this item is here. You remembered everything. If this hall is not with the boundaries, what do you think? And how do you remember the things which you required? You can't. So that way you have to decide. That way you have to decide in general studies also. It's a fact. Right. I would like to say here, for example, to crack, I can tell you in a simple way. Better resource is that, okay, if you are IMS classroom student, okay, I am assuming that you are IMS classroom student, right? If I am not assuming IMS classroom student, something else also there, I will tell you that also, right? Since you are IMS classroom student, please IMS material. Along with this, class problems, right? Lot of, I have a lot of books with me right now. Along with the material, I copy a lot of questions from the books also, right? Some things which are very obviously important. So that's the thing. Along with this, I would say, this one thing you have to be. PYQs. At least word. PYQs a word. IFoS and, first IAS like no? IAS and IFoS. Okay. At least how many years I would like to say? At least 15 to 20 years. 20 years. If it is possible, 1970s also you can try. 1980s also you can try. Because the mathematics is not any creativity or creative things, right? If possible, try 90s, right? And 1980s also, 1970s also. That's it. I can bet that these questions you have to see. In olden time, syllabus was different, theoretical syllabus. But you have to see those questions which are connected to the present syllabus. It's a fact. Along with this, IMS, PYQs, previous year, test series, PYTS, at least 3 years, at least years, right? Along with this, IMS, current test series, current year test series. 100% too much enough. But you can't cover up also this. It's not possible. If you are going to be, okay, Mr. Venkanna Sir, IMS Sir is told that only this is a resource. It's a fact, this is only the resource. I'm not telling you any book or anything, basically. Okay. Even nowadays you don't require to purchase any book also, basically. You will find a lot of free books. and it's a fact basically. इनको माइक दीजिए एक बार. पूछते रहो.
You said na sir that one paper one में two questions same मतलब same questions.
They gave like that. That's a miss.
Same question twice in the same.
Yes, same question twice in the same paper.
So if you write the same answer, then they will.
You can write same answer. No point, because when question is same, obviously to write same answer.
What about paper one and paper two? Same answer.
Same answer. Because it's a answer is answer. You can't create anything new.
नहीं model तो different होता है.
Modern algebra is different.
We should use different method.
Modern algebra.
नहीं. For paper 2 question, we should use a different method, I think.
No, you can use the same method. When question is same, obviously it's a mathematics.
So marks cut then.
And no, not at all. You can't color out anything new based upon the paper. So because question when same, obviously that.
Sir, if the answer method is same, why they given twice in the same paper?
That is a misconcept by examiner. He misunderstood. Maybe it's a different question. He just ticked out and kept a question in exam. I'm not saying that examiner is, for the same question 8 marks and 10 marks he gave, right? So he didn't know that is a different, that is the same question. We can't, blame examiner, but it's missing, nothing else. Okay. It happens. See, even one of the time in a UPSC exam, question was wrong. Can you believe that UPSC gives the question wrong? It can give. That's the same as in OD, basically. Ordinary differential equation only, they kept one question is wrong. And in olden times also, they kept one question is wrong. Right. It happens, basically. So, we should not go for that. We have to go for what? How to get the marks. That's, you are taking the mathematics optional, means that how to gain the more and more marks, not for the knowledge. Suppose if you are attending the history class, Mahatma Gandhi was traveling in 3rd class compartment. कहाँ पे बताओ? दक्षिण कहाँ पे? South Africa, right? South Africa में ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं. किसी ने आके उसको धक्का दे दिया ऐसा करके. हमको लगता है क्या? अपना महात्मा गांधी, राइट? उनको धक्का दे दिया ऐसा करके. अब अपने देश के बारे में कुछ सुन रहा हूँ, कुछ मेरे को समझ में आ रहा है ऐसा करके. क्या लगता है बताओ? आपका जो हाथ में जो एयर है वो खड़ा हो जाता है. सुभाष चंद्र बोस ऐसे किया, राइट? नेहरू ने ऐसे गलती किया, राइट? एंड गार्ड से ने आया, गांधी को ऐसे किया, ऐसे करके. क्या लगता है आपको? मतलब बहुत कुछ लगता है, मतलब देश के लिए कुछ सुन रहा हूँ लगता है. बट मैथ्स में कौन सा सुन रहा है बताओ? नथिंग. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू एनीथिंग. ऐसे इमोशनल वाला बात तो है ही नहीं, राइट? सो ट्रूथ इज ट्रूथ, दैट्स व्हाट यू आर लर्निंग. इट्स अ स्टेप मार्किंग एग्जाम, this mathematics. That's a benefit with the mathematics. Okay. Yeah. So the last I studied maths, okay, in 12th class, and it's been 4 years since I studied it. Should I? But means in the graduation, what did you do? Only just you did a 12th maths, or else in the graduation also did the mathematics. If you've done the mathematics in the graduation, then obviously you can take the maths, no matter what gap you have, right? So it's not very meaningful having any gap. But otherwise, the guys who have just studied mathematics in 11th and 12th, they turned back after 12th, maybe BA or something, right? For them, my strong suggestion is that, anyway, the aspirant is going to think I have to clear this year only. That's a good thing. I'm not going to deny. I'm not demotivating, right? But UPSC exam is going to be, UPSC preparation is not going to be happen with UPSC anything directly. They only keep conduct the exam with their syllabus and all. But that syllabus is going to be make correct a word aspirant in all the directions. It's a truth. And every good aspirant also learn something from the UPSC journey. UPSC journey is not easy journey. So if something happened, luckily, if in one click if you've done through, that's okay. If not done through by one click, then it keeps on go. You don't understand, you'll get a lot of issues basically. So my suggestion over here, indirectly or directly, you opt the word. If you are really interested, mathematics optional, join the word in IGNOU or in even local universities also, BSc Mathematics. At least you feel that I am also math student. You learn something maths over here, you write something then there in academics. Earlier, one bad was that with us, with all of us, I used to listen earlier Bihar students, from the Bihar students. Sir, I did my admission in Science Patna College or Madhubani University, and after my 12th, I'm doing graduation. Just at the time of exam, I have to go to university and write the exam. That's it, sir. And rest of the times, I'll stay back in Delhi and I can prepare the UPSC or I can prepare SSC or whatever. So till their graduation, they stay back in the Delhi. They go and write the exams, and by the completion of their graduation, they'll earn one of the government job. It's a fact. And that is their interest. That some parts of the UP also used to happen like that, right? But now it is happening in every state. After this online and all, no college is running properly. No academic colleges are running properly, except some elite institutes like IITs and IITs, some good institutes in state level. Except some institutions, rest of the UGC colleges are almost all vacant. No one was interested to go to the colleges. They are putting their admission in the college, university college also, whatever the college, and they are going for the preparation, or they are going for their own work and all, right? This is the case. That's the reason. Now you can put your admission anywhere. I'm openly saying, basically. So you put your admission anywhere, and anywhere of this this BSc Mathematics and all, I start doing the preparation and go and write the exam. So what's the problem? At least you can have a feeling about I'm a math student, I'm a math graduate. That's what you can have a feeling, right? Yeah. No, but this gap is not a big deal, right? Okay. I'm reading since, okay. And by IMS material, but really I got benefit after joining the class. Okay, nice. It's enough. Study the class notes. I wrote very clearly, the complete roadmap I gave. You have to sim in this. It's a fact, not more than this. Even you can't complete this also. And even you can take this photo of this, basically. Okay. It's a complete research. I'm not saying any book or anything. IMS material almost all covered every book. If you don't understand something, you can go through by internet. You'll find a lot of books immediately, a lot of PDFs you can find. You don't require to purchase any book properly. Even books also you can find, right? So that's the thing. You have to use the online. You have to use the online as a support system. But people are doing what online is what main system. In reality, it's not a main system. But real practice, real understanding, real work is required. Then only it is possible. Okay? Yeah, please. Yeah, I'll be coming back to the content basically. I just want to say basically what is the difference between these two, calculus and real analysis, right? According to me, I can't say any difference more. I've shown you question also coming same, right? Even single paper also, in two papers also the same question is reflecting same year. That's sometimes models are repeating. There's a beauty and there's a benefit of the mathematics, right? And what the people can think that maths is very vast. Then what do you do? Like in overnight you want to become IAS? It's not possible, right? So something like I would not spell the humanities also. Some things are very low content. Where there is a low content is being given, means that low syllabus contents are given. There you have to cover a lot of things. Those lot of things are unknown things also, invisible things also, right? That is with one of the humanities optional now. So that's the situation. But in the maths, everything is open. Okay, this is a method. This is a method every time is coming, I have to practice it. You will come to know like that. And if you are not written very well of this year, you will come to know these are the mistakes I did. I didn't cover these topics. That's the reason I didn't get the good marks, so that I have to cover these uncovered things, right? This way you will understand, right? Yeah, it's okay. Now I'll be coming to the calculus. Everybody knows in the calculus and real analysis, intro part is remain same. Intro is remain same basically. Intro same. Of what? Numbers. What are the numbers? Natural numbers, whole numbers. What do you say? Integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. That's it. What is the universal set in this topic? Real number system. What is the meaning of universal set? The set which is superset to all the given sets. The set which is superset to the word, all the given sets. That is known as what? Universal set. That is known as a universal set. But what is the universal set over here? This real number system. The same sort of things we can aware of. I am doing IMS material since the past year, and I get more clarity after watching the class. See, this guy is saying right also. Really, coming to the IMS class also. See, मैं आज पढ़ के आके कल जाके पढ़ाने वाला बात तो नहीं है, राइट. यहाँ पे एक स्टूडेंट्स पुराने में है. नींद आ रही क्या? नहीं. राहुल, उसका सूरज, उसको माइक दीजिए, कुछ बोलो, बात तो करो. हाँ, ले लो ना माइक, ले लो. सीरियसली,
यस सर.
पढ़ के आने से बहुत फ़ायदे मिलते हैं, नहीं पढ़ के आने से फ़ायदे मिलते हैं. क्लास में
पढ़ के आने से फ़ायदे मिलते हैं,
बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदे मिलते हैं, सच में. वो एक बच्चे बोल रहे हैं, अब क्लास देख के मतलब बहुत सारे क्लियर, मतलब when student is coming with what already good preparation, if they come and join the class, they'll get the more benefits. They'll come and practice directly. That's it. They won't dependent on what simple basics. Otherwise वो simple basics में ख़त्म हो जाते हैं बच्चे. तो सिंपल बेसिस टीचर तो नहीं बता रहे, मतलब पिछले 4 साल 7 साल हो, क्या किया? कुछ तो करके तो आया, तभी तो मैथ्स ले रहा है. बट ह्यूमैनिटीज़ में कुछ तो पढ़ के भी जाओ, ना पढ़ के भी जाओ, जाके ऐसे बैठ जा रहे तो क्या होता है, कुछ तो समझ में आता है. इवन इन द ह्यूमैनिटीज़ आल्सो, कुछ पढ़ के जाओ या ना पढ़ के जाओ एग्जाम के अंदर, फिर भी कुछ लिख के आ सकता है. बट कुछ लिख के आने से क्या होता है, कुछ तो मार्क्स आते हैं, बट वो एग्जाम क्वालिफिकेशन मार्क्स नहीं देता है. इट्स अ फैक्ट. बट इन द केस ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, आप पढ़ के जाओ, ना पढ़ के जाने से कुछ नहीं लिख सकते. पढ़ के जाने ही जाना है, प्रैक्टिस करना ही करना, तभी तो आप कुछ कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज कुछ नहीं कर सकते. इट्स अ फैक्ट. सो मीन्स somebody was asking, sir, will they give the step marking? Yeah, obviously the nature of the mathematics is about step marking only. So it does not require exactly, you can reach out to the answer what is required. So what are the steps have been carried out, and those steps can give you what marks also. Right? Bhuvan क्या कहते हैं? Online classes equally effective as offline class. हाँ, effective मतलब the same class you are listening, there are offline students over here, the same class is happening with you also. The same emotions are going to be happening. I'm not just in front of the camera. If I teach to the camera, I can't share my emotions to the camera. So when there are offline students are with me, obviously I can get the whatever the balance emotions are required for the class. Those emotions will come for you as well. But you have to feel the same excitement by sitting on the online. Otherwise, आप स्क्रीन देखते देखते अगर सो गया, कौन उठाएगा आपको? बताओ. More screen time is also what? Damage for the health also, damage for the what? Preparation also. Right. Sometimes my better suggestion to any aspirant, even for offline also, online also, go for what? Hybrid. See, Delhi is what? Not Hyderabad, hybrid. Right. Delhi is a very abrupt kind of a weather. Sometimes good weather, sometimes bad weather, right? And even in the winters also, pollution is in only downside, does not go up, right? So that time, so you can go to the home and you can watch sometimes these live classes through this online at home only. And after having some amount of time staying at home, you can come back to the Delhi. Again, you can start your preparation with your peer groups and all. Again, go sometimes if you are not well and come back. So this way you can do. You can use like this. So it's a lot of benefit, right? So otherwise, because this situation has been arised, this facility has been developed here. So you can use like that. Then otherwise, staying if you are saying it's well and good completely. Why if you are saying it's well and good? In seconds you will get a book also. In seconds you will get some material also. In seconds you will get a friends also. In seconds you can get the word teachers also if you want to meet. That's a huge beneficial basically, right? And so that's what I'm saying. come with word. If you have some issues, come with word, offline as well as online. But don't go for the word completely recorded. Recorded also sometimes, very occasionally, recorded also will help you if you are in a flow. If you are not in a flow, the recorder cannot help you. Right? That's what my suggestion. Okay? Yeah. UPSC syllabus, one-on-one mentorship is available. That's what I'm saying. One-on-one mentorship is what? Fake. बोल रहा हूँ ना, सही बोल रहा हूँ ना आपको. राइट. मैं आपको one-on-one, मैं दिन भर आपके साथ रह के मैं रह सकता हूँ क्या? You come to the offline, or you come to the live, or you learn something with a group of people, you join the Telegram group also with us, you join in the WhatsApp group also with us, you ask something. That's what I'm saying. So you ask your one-on-one doubt also that time, but completely one-on-one course, it's I can't suggest. Right. Mr. Venkanna does not meet you directly with that way. Okay. I'm saying fact. राहुल, एक बात है, ये मेंटरशिप में बहुत बच्चे इंटरेस्टेड है ना, इसके लिए क्या सोल्यूशन बना सकते हैं आप? वो पूछ रहे हैं ना, वन-ऑन-वन का चाहिए, मतलब इसको होम ट्यूशन पढ़ाने है ना, वो तो सजेशन नहीं दे रहे ना, सजेशन दे रहे तो उसको समझ थोड़ी आते हैं. ठीक है, कुछ जवाब दो बच्चों को. चलो चलो. No, don't leave anything. You have to read ultimately according to the needs. So you always understand the needs. See, I tell you what syllabus to be covered, not only in maths, in general studies also. For example, I'll tell you, I'm not coming to my topic basically. It's okay. I tell you, essay, ethics है ना, और क्या बताओ? Polity and governance. Chalo, I'll just take essay and ethics. In these two topics, along with this GS paper 1, GS1 and GS 2 as well. What are the common topics? Can anybody say? माइक इसको दीजिए, पांडे जी को. तुम आपके पास ही है माइक. चलो सही ढंग से बात करो. What are the common topics in these 4 areas?
Society.
Social issues.
Social issues, society.
Yes. It's a serious fact. Social issues and polity and governance in paper 2, I believe.
Yes.
That polity and governance is there in essay also, in ethics also, in GS paper 2 also. Social issues in ethics also, in essay also, in GS1 also, I believe. Not in GS2, in GS1. So there are some common topics, there are some intersection topics. You have to identify. You have to focus 100% there. Question must be there. But to reach out to that place, it takes a lot of time for you. Even in mathematics also, I gave in the YouTube sometimes, there are links between the word topics. Calculus and real energy will help in many places. Algebra will help in many places. So you have to know these links. So if you know the links, then that day, or if you understand the links, that day, you understand your syllabus and you are able to crack your exam. If you don't know the links, just you are reading out, nothing else. You're doing out something else, whatever you're taking, your friends told, something like that. So it does not help you anymore. It does not help you anymore. Okay. Now I'll be coming to the point. Please don't stop so much. Right. Intro remains same. Intro with what? Number system. Number system. Okay. Intro with the number system. Number system. But here in the real analysis, very important. Deeper knowledge is important. Not very important. Not very important here. Very light we study here, but very deep we study here. What are the topics we can cover here? Just I tell you some things. Between the two real numbers, क्या बोला मैंने? Between the two real numbers, there exist what? Infinitely many real numbers. Between the two rational numbers, there lie infinitely many rational numbers, many irrational numbers also. But between the two integers, I can't say there are many integers, right? Between the two rational numbers, there lie infinitely many rational numbers. And between the two irrational numbers, there lie infinitely many rational numbers and many irrational numbers also. Between the two real numbers, there lie infinitely many real numbers, right? So such a property is known as what? Dense property, right? Kya naam bola? Dense property. Like this way, we can learn over here. We can learn deeply over here neighborhood. We can learn over here deleted neighborhood. Naam suna na? We can learn over here limit point. समझ रहे ना बात? Limit point with what? Deleted neighborhood. Limit point with what? Deleted neighborhood we can learn. That's what the point you can understand. But basically what is a neighborhood and all? And some more things are, we can also try and learn about the what? You know, this open set, closed set. And this, interior point, exterior point. नाम सुना ना कभी? हो सकता है. The union of open sets, the intersection of the open sets. The union of the open sets, the intersection of the open sets, the union of the closed sets, the intersection of the closed sets. So this way we can think and learn something over here, but we can't learn anything here. But otherwise the same content in both the places, right? So after this we can learn here. After having some knowledge regarding word number systems, after having some knowledge of the number systems here, in the calculus, in the case of the calculus, we'll go for the word real valued functions. क्या नाम बताया? Real valued functions. Those real valued functions may be single variable functions also, may be word. Double variable functions also, maybe triple variable functions also we can talk. But initially we can learn only what? Single variable functions. Just like word. F from R to R such that y is equal to what? F of x. For all x belongs to R. It is which variable function? Can you tell me here? Single variable. What is single variable here? Single variable. When I go through by diagram or anything over here, it's very obvious that it is what x-axis, it is what y-axis. I can have a curve like this. This curve name is called what? Fx, like this. In two axes of reference we can work out. No, I can also go through by word. F from where to where? R cross R. To word R. I hope you understand. Such that z is equal to what do I write? F of x comma y for all your x comma y ordered pair belongs to word R cross R. Ordered pair belongs to what? R cross R. What do you think over here? It is also what? Function. It is also curve, right? It is also real valued function. What do I say regarding real valued? The outcome of the function, the outcome of the curve would be what? Real number. Real number. But here my real numbers are taken on the x-axis, on the axis. I hope you understand. But here, I would like to say, give me a chance. All right, x-axis, y-axis, and it is what? Z-axis. Your x comma y is in word, in xy plane. In xy plane. What do you mean that? You tell me here. R cross R is equal to what? R square. I would like to write x comma y such that your x comma y really belongs to word R. Really belongs to word R. I hope you understand. Corresponding to each point in the xy plane. It's xy plane or not? Corresponding to each point in xy plane, you can find word. You can find some region. You can find word some region. But by each point of the region, you can find word some surface. This is what a surface. Along which axis over here? Z axis. I'll get a z values by keep on giving x comma y ordered pairs. I will get a z values by keep on giving values to the xy pair, right? So that means that I'll get a surface. So that means that how many axes of references are required to create a surface? At least 3 axes of references are required to create a surface or to create a solid also. Inside the surface, you have the word volume or not? You have the volume, right? So that way you can create. That means that it is a multivariable function. But outcome is what? Single value or not? Outcome is a single value. But variable function is what? Multivariable function. Like that way, I can also express about the word. F from where to where you tell me here? R cross R cross R cross R. To word R. How many variable function can get? 3 variable function. What do I write here? Such that some t is equal to what? F of x, y, z. For all your x comma y comma z are the triad which is really belongs to word R cross R cross R. I hope you understand. Well, so it's very simple. It's a how many variables function? 3 variable function. But the surface, of course, this surface over here, z is equal to what? Fx y, right? But this surface generates with how many axes of references here? 4 axes. I hope you understand. 4 axes. I can write like this. That means that in my content, in my this topic, max to max, how many variables discussion is there? 3 variables discussion is there. I can find a volume integral, I can find a region integral, I can find a line integral also. So many things. I hope you understand. Well, so that means that I can find a real valued functions. They are with word single variable functions initially. Singular variable functions. I hope you all agree, understand. Well, and in this single variable functions, you can talk about the what? Limit and continuity and what? Differential. LCD. आजकल LCD यूज़ कर रहे हैं क्या? नहीं. पता है आपको LCD होता है? अच्छा, चलो. LCD वो LCD नहीं है, मैं तो TV LCD बताऊँ. ठीक है. Limit, continuity, differentiability. The limit we can discuss with a single variable function. The continuity we can discuss with a single variable function, and differentiability we can discuss with word single variable functions. I hope you understand. But what kind of things you can talk about? The limit can be defined in the delete neighborhood. The continuity can be defined in the neighborhood. The differentiability can be defined in the delete neighborhood. But how? That's what you might be aware in 11th, 12th. But in 11th, 12th, if teacher says neighborhood, delete neighborhood, students don't understand. They'll complain on the teacher. So what teacher does mostly, limit f of x as extends to say. इसका पीछे का बैकग्राउंड नहीं बताएगा. बेटा ये काम करना, सी को उठा के यहाँ पर डाल दीजिए, आउटकम जो आता है उसका नाम एल है, ऐसे बोलेगा. बट क्यों डाल रहे हैं, क्या डिलीटेड नेबरहुड है, क्या नेबरहुड है, व्हाट इज लिमिट पॉइंट एंड ऑल. ही डज नॉट वांट टू टेल एनीथिंग. बट देयर द कैपेसिटी वाज ओनली that's what was only we can try and learn basically. Okay, well, क्या ethics is extension of the GS2. Okay, nice. Or suggestion that offline students can provide mentor. हाँ, yes. Offline students को आ सकते हैं, mentorship के लिए आ जाओ, कोई दिक्कत थोड़ी है. Online, see, the real is always real. झूठ नहीं बोल सकते. झूठ बोल के ऑलरेडी मतलब क्या हो गया. फ्रॉम I've done BTech in mechanical from NIT Durgapur, good, and doing 4th semester, and I studied matrix, differential, integral, vector, calculus, ODE, Laplace, good, convolution, and is it suggest to take the maths optional? हाँ, 100%. You are moreover from mechanical. Mechanical is all about the maths only, right? Okay, well, so you can aware now in continuity. I have told that you can define in the neighborhood. In differentiability, you can define in the what? Delete neighborhood. Okay. So a lot of properties are also there. Just if I'll take the cases of what? In the continuity, I will just spell out one statement. What is that? That is the, same as in a numerical also. If a function f is continuous on the closed interval a comma b, and f of a and f of b are of opposite in signs, then there exists at least one point c which lie between a and b, such that f of c equal to what? 0. That is what opposite sense theorem. Sometimes that is what I can say intermediate value theorem. That's the same statement will help us in numerical analysis. Like that we have a properties. Like in differentiability is, every differentiability function is a continuous, but every continuous may not be what? Differentiable. You might be studied like this, right? And in the differentiabilities, you definitely have what? Some, mean value theorems. Initially, you can have what you start with the Rolle's theorem. What is the Rolle's theorem? You can say if a function f is continuous on the closed interval a comma b, right, and f dash of x means that f is differentiable on the open interval a comma b, right, And third point is what? F of A equal to sometimes 0 also. Then there exists at least one point C which lie between A and B such that f dash of C equal what? 0. याद है ना आप लोग का? ऐसे ही है. Just like one more statement is called what? Lagrange mean वाली theorem. If a function f is continuous on the closed interval A comma B, and yeah, it's okay. And f of A may not be if a function f is continuous on the closed interval A comma B, and f is differentiable on the open interval A comma B, and f of A and f of B are not equal, right? Then there exists at least one point C which lie between A and B such that f dash of C equal to what? fb minus fa by b minus a. Like this way you have a lot of statements. None of the statement proof is required till then. Have you remembered about the Cauchy-Minimaldi theorem in this only differentiability? For the Cauchy-Minimaldi theorem you have to develop, there are two functions, right? Let f of f and g be two functions on the closed interval A comma b, right? If f and g are continuous on the closed interval A comma b, and f and g are differentiable in the open interval A comma b, and g dash of x is not equal to what? 0 for all x belongs to the closed interval, for all x belongs to open interval A comma b, then there exists at least one point C which lie between what? A and b such that f dash of C by g dash of C is equal to what? fb minus fa by gb minus ga. ऐसे होता है, ऐसे आपने पढ़ के भी आया है ग्रेजुएशन में. याद नहीं है तो याद करने के लिए कोशिश करो. व्हाट इज रॉन्ग विथ यू? मैं जानबूझ के बता रहा हूँ ऐसे, राइट? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. चलो, सो अलॉन्ग विद दिस यू कैन लर्न अबाउट द वर्ड मैक्सिमा एंड मिनिमा. Interior point, everybody may know about, everybody might be heard about the interior point, right? And है ना? ठीक है. This is the local maxima, this is local minima. For the, for the local maxima, local minima, first order derivative, general order derivative also we have, right? There is a saddle point नाम सुना? हाँ, हो सकता है, right? So this way you can able to find about the maximum minima. Very few times they question from the maximum minima. But 100%, yeah, 90% question from the Lagrange mean value theorem, right? 100% the question, or else 90% question from where? Lagrange mean value theorem, basically. Not from anywhere in this area. You might be heard about what? Indefinite, indeterminate forms. Indeterminate forms, what do you mean that 0 by 0 and 0 power 0, infinity minus infinity. Infinity minus infinity, determine or indetermine? Indeterminate. Right? Infinity power infinity, infinity by infinity. Those can be what? Determined. You can do the word differentiation as many as the number of times. It's going to be what? Finally definable. Right? That's what the case I just wanted to say. So please, we are going to cover these kind of topics in the word in LCD, especially in the word D. What do you mean the differentiability? That's what the case. I hope you understand. The same kind of things we can also study here. What are those, man? But before, I would like to say, अच्छा, किसी को माइक दो एक बार. आपके पास है? इनको दीजिए माइक. अब ले लो, है ना? हाँ. मैं परेशान तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ टॉपिक्स का नाम बता के.
नो सर.
आपका अवेयरनेस, आपको आंख खुलवा रहा हूँ. मतलब पढ़ के आया नहीं आया, मतलब ग्रेजुएशन में देखा, कभी सुना नहीं, ऐसे करके याद दिला रहा हूँ, राइट? तो डरना मत उससे. महेश क्या करे? इन 215 बैच इधर CL. हाँ, yes, this in this slot only this is the topic is going to be happen. Already algebra is completely. If you want, I can do that. That's why you can talk to office guys. Well. So what I'm trying to say here. You can study about sequence and series. कभी नाम सुना? Of real numbers. The sequence and series. Sequence is what a special form of the function. By having a knowledge about sequence of real numbers, you will get what? Series. In sequence series, more or less you can see what? Convergent and divergent. क्या नाम बोला? More or less you can see convergent and divergent, right? Well, this extension is also there. If you learn this is very well, sometimes you will get help in what? Complex analysis. Complex में देखा नहीं देखा ऐसे help मिला तो है, right? Okay. And again we'll go for the word. Have you remembered, like, series? I just want to recollect some of the statements, some of the names of the series. You might be heard about word arithmetic series, ज्योमेट्रिक सीरीज, हार्मोनिक सीरीज, इसके बाद क्या पी टेस्ट, कभी नाम सुना पी टेस्ट, पी टेस्ट, हाँ पी सीरीज, right? Sometimes we can say nth term test. You might be heard about what Cauchy's inner root test, D'Alembert ratio test, right? You might be heard about what Leibniz test. You might be heard about what Abel test. You might be heard about what Dirichlet test. You might be heard about what Gauss test. चलो कोई बात नहीं, नहीं सुने तो कोई बात नहीं, सीखेंगे ना, क्या दिक्कत है. इसलिए नाम नहीं बोल रहा हूँ पूरा, नाम नहीं बोल रहा हूँ पूरा, ठीक है. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be coming back to something like called what real valued functions. Functions means that FNS, according to my short name, single variable functions. Single variable functions. Okay, topic same, and again you can look at the word LCD, but here LCD is not so much important, but here LCDs are very important. They'll ask directly limit of the function to be found, they won't ask here, right? But they will ask here, have you heard about the Taylor series? Taylor series here also, but question come from here, more or less what this Lagrange mean value theorem questions. I'm not sure question will come, but they may ask a question I've seen sometimes. यहाँ पे this side you can see sometimes maximum minimum also. This side you can see what indeterminate forms also. This side you can see sometimes the problem related to what Lagrange mean value theorem. That's it. I can't find maximum minimum also few times, not so many times. But question come from this area. Question may come from this area, but question may not come here. Question will come here in this paper. Topics are remain same, nothing else, nothing is different, okay. Yeah, and again, what else we can try and learn after happening of these topics? You'll go for the what? This Riemann integration. नाम सुना कभी? हाँ सुना हो सकते. Riemann integration. RI shortly. Riemann integration. Riemann integration very very important in paper 2. Less important and important also in paper 1 also. Right. Riemann is a mathematician. He created some, the same integral value we can find in 12th. The same 12th integration we can find in the name of what? With the Riemann theory. With the Riemann's theory we can find. Okay. You might be heard about what improper integral. Is it right? Improper integral. You can see what improper integral. Right? Beta function, gamma function. नाम सुना कभी आप लोग? The same improper integral with the help of what you can do? Riemann integration knowledge you can do. Right? But that improper integral may come in paper 2, less times in a paper 1. But content remains same in both the areas. Okay. Along with this, I would like to say that after learning the Riemann integration, after learning the word Riemann integration, I would definitely say sometimes, even after learning LCD with which variable here? Single variable. No, LCD you can learn the word. Double variables also. Limit, continuity and differentiability for the double variables. As well as you can learn the word, the same kind of mean value things what I just told here. Not so deeply, but there is a maximum 100% question. There is a maximum 100% question. There is a maximum, there is a method name is called Lagrange multipliers. नाम सुना कभी? Lagrange multipliers, 100% question, right? So that's the case you can listen, right? But it's okay, not very difficult. I would like to write here real value. This is the real valued. Again, I'm writing valued function shortly here, FNS. But what? Multivariable, not a multi-valued, multivariable functions. Again, you can look at here is what? LCD. But you will get a question from here, continuity. I'm not sure limit. I'm sure what? Differentiability also sometimes. You will see here maxima and minima. Maxima and minima. You can see here Lagrange method of multipliers, LMM, right? You might be heard about this, is it right? Huh? 100% there is a question. Along with this, there is a method name is called Jacobian method, Jacobi method. नाम सुना कभी? हाँ, सुना हो सकता है. Right. We can find easily integration by using Jacobi methods. Right. Okay. So again now over here, after happening with improper integrals, you can learn about the word sequence and word, series of word, real valued. Sequence and series of real valued functions. So the extension of the sequence and series of real numbers is this. Here also you can learn about the word limit, continuity, and word differentiability, and even word integration also. Integration also you can learn. I means that integration. I means that integration. क्या लिखा है बच्चे? राहुल एक बार बताओ. Only interpolation of the numerical analysis help in CSAT. No, don't apply numerical methods in CSAT. Okay. And which basic books are required? No basic book is required. If you come to the class, I'll tell you the book names if you need it. Otherwise, you can manage easily. Sir, I'm from Hindi medium. हम कौन सा अंग्रेजी यूज़ करें यहाँ पे? ये तो that put consider we have ऐसे तो बात तो कर रहे हैं, right? आप so हिंदी में एक बात बताओ, आपने हिंदी मीडियम से बोला, right? डिफरेंशिएशन को क्या कहते हैं बताओ हिंदी में बताओ. इंटीग्रेशन को क्या कहते हैं बताओ हिंदी में बताओ, राइट? डिफरेंशिएशन को बोलते हैं अवकलन बोलते हैं, अवकलज बोलते हैं, यस. उसको दूसरा को समाकलन बोलते हैं, राइट? रिंग को क्या कहते हैं बताओ? रिंग वलय बताते हैं. समझ रहे ना बात? रिंग थ्योरी तो है हिंदी अलजेब्रा. अब प्योर हिंदी में भी मत जाओ. 2 दिन मेरे बात सुने तो मेरा पूरा बात ही समझ में आते हैं. टीचर किसके बाद क्या बात कर रहे पता चलेगा आपको. समझ रहे ना? एंड अदरवाइज ये सोचने लग गया मैं अपना भाषा भोजपुरी भाषा या कौन सा मैथिली भाषा टीचर को चुनूँ, फिर आप उधर ही ख़त्म हो गया बात. ऐसा मत करो. कोई नए टीचर के साथ भी करना सीखो, ठीक है? तभी तो पढ़ सकते सीख सकते हैं. इतना बड़े इंग्लिश है ही नहीं यहाँ पे, राइट? तो इतना में फ्लो में तो आ ही जाते हैं. हिंदी भी आ जाते हैं, इंग्लिश भी आ जाते हैं, राइट? ओके एंड ग्रेट. प्लीज बी स्ट्रिक्ट एंड बी सिंसियर, राइट? ओके. मैं कहाँ से बोला ये अवकलन या अवकलज कहाँ से बोला? समाकलन एंड रिंग को बोला. कहाँ से बोला? संस्कृत से बोला. These are common words in the Sanskrit. ठीक है? Okay. Yeah, see, I just tell you here, these are the topics. Limit, continuity, differentiability, and integration also there in the sequence and series of functions. It's one of the important topic. By the help of this only, you can get to understand of this from the real number system. From the series and sequence and series of real number system, you can understand this. Okay? Yeah. And what next I can say here? What next I can like to say here? Real valued functions again. Real valued functions. Functions, FNS shortly. And they are multivariable functions. Again you can look at here a word. Limit, continuity and differentiability of these multivariable functions. Also you can see here a word Lagrange multiplier method, and also you can see here Jacobi method. Okay. One more, the last topic would be, I'll write here, multiple integrals. क्या नाम बता रहा हूँ? multiple integrals, right? Integration you can see single also, that you can see in the Riemann integration. Integral you can see word double also, integration you can see word triple also, right? And it's a curve. Single integral is a curve integral, double integral is a region integral, and this triple integral is a volume integral. With the single integration also you can find area, with the double integration also you can find area as well as a value. With the triple integration you can find word volume. Sometimes volume you can find, okay? Yeah. And again क्या लिख रहा है बच्चे, क्या नाम है, HHS, असली नाम लिखो ना. So we should only follow IMS. IMS material is one of the standard material. That is I am saying. I don't want to say IMS material is only भगवान, ऐसा तो नहीं बताऊंगा, right? It's one of the standard resource to you. You follow it, you will get the benefit. How many months will it take? How many months? It depends basically. See, you know, I tell you, I can finish the आज ही बताया मैंने. Basically, earlier I used to take, seriously अभी मैं बता सकता हूँ. Earlier I used to take morning to evening, 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to क्या 8 p.m. So I generally take a single topic, morning to evening basically. So my believeness is that at least 8 to 10 hours I can work. I may not work 12 hours, it is not possible. And 8 to 10 hours, even 8 hours also I'll work. A lot of content I'll able to finish. Right. Sometimes I did in a speed format. Sometimes I did in an average format. In a speed format, I found very few students understand the speed things and they'll enjoy also for their revision. Right. But the student who is average and below average, उसका सिर का ऊपर से निकल जाता है. सर हमको कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया, बट मेरा मेहनत भी वेस्ट हो गया, वो उसको कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया. सो बाद में डिसाइड किया, सो आई विल गो विद द मीडियम लेवल सो दैट possible everyone can understand. That's what. But what is the purpose of putting up this kind of class? कुछ बच्चे पूछते हैं सिलेबस कितना महीने में ख़त्म होता है. समस्या यहीं पे आते, मेरे से भी, किसी के बच्चे के साथ भी. देखो मैंने चार्ट बॉक्स को बंद करके मैं ऐसा पढ़ाने लग गया, कोई नहीं पूछ रहे, मेरे को कैमरा को पढ़ाने लग गया. जो मेरे को आते है वही पढ़ा के जाता हूँ, मेरे जल्दी भी ख़त्म हो जाता है. कोई पूछा तो नहीं ना, रोका तो नहीं. जो सड़क में गाड़ी चलता है, तो सड़क में अगर गाड़ी चलता है तो स्पीड ब्रेकर्स नहीं तो क्या होता है, गाड़ी चलता रहता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होता है, टाइम से पहुंच जाते हैं. बट एक्सीडेंट भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. उसको बीच में क्या करते बताओ, स्पीड ब्रेकर्स लगाते हैं, धीरे से भी जाते हैं. धीरे से जाने से क्या होता है, बहुत कुछ पता चलता है, बट वहाँ पे तो लेट हो जाता है. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स, देयर आर मेनी वेज टू डू द थिंग्स, राइट. So that's the reason, Mike this is Rahul. That's the reason I'm again reopening this. I'm again planning to reopen this schedule, so that the guys who are in speed, the guys who wanted to, I go in average mode only. I don't want, at least in Saturday, Sunday, and the worst case, most of the times I can try to take Saturday, Sunday, and the worst case one of the Saturday and one of the Sunday I'll take. And 8 hours is not a, in a single flow, 8 hours work is very big work, not a small work. So I have a believeness in every 2 weeks, I'll, finish up the one chapter, one content. Vetters is there. I can bet in 2 weeks I can finish it up, right? So on the worst case in 3 weeks. So I can plan to finish only in 2 weeks. So it's possible basically, right? So that's what I have a plan to open up. Otherwise, see, suppose this real analysis is open, I can bet that initially I'll take a lot of time. I'll take a lot of time for this content to create a base. But if I don't create a base, then you will, get a lot of issues with this content. If I create a proper base, I'll just finish it in a half an hour and 45 minutes, this topic, my theory background. If I don't develop the basic, so I can't even finish anything. So you'll just get the confusion. That's what I don't want. What do you want? Tell me.
Sir, let's take example. We attend only 215 to 415 batch.
It's okay.
So can we match the December test series? मतलब syllabus के वजह से.
You can, but sometimes see reality. ऑलवेज ए पेनफुल, क्या नाम बोला, क्या बोला मैंने, रियलिटी इज ऑलवेज व्हाट, पेनफुल टू लिसन और पेनफुल टू डाइजेस्ट, राइट. सो समटाइम्स दैट्स ओके, यू कैन कीप इन अ माइंड दैट सेंटेंस. अलॉन्ग विद दैट जो भी मैं खोल रहा हूँ ना यहाँ पे, क्या खोल रहा हूँ, दिस, यू ट्राई दिस समटाइम्स. आई कांट से जितना जल्दी फिनिश करे तो उतने फ़ायदे. आई कांट डिनाई एनी टाइम फॉर यू नो एनी टाइम इफ़ यू वांट टू अटेंड द क्लास, राइट. आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग वन राउंड, एक राउंड तो एटलीस्ट 70-80% तो फिनिश करो मिनिमम, इतना तो होना चाहिए. आई अंडरस्टूड. आपके बाद दो स्लॉट अटेंड करे तो मैं दिसंबर तक तो तैयार होता हूँ. ये तो पूछा मेरे को, एक स्लॉट. आई डोंट सजेस्ट यू, आई डोंट वांट टू मेक यू फूल. नहीं, आई डोंट वांट टू मेक यू फूल, बस इतनी बात बोला. अगर कोई ऐसे बोल दिया ना, फूल ही बनना है, FOL यही बनना है. वो मैं नहीं चाहता, बिकॉज मेरे को ऐसा पैसा नहीं चाहिए, ऐसे परिस्थितियाँ मैं देखना नहीं चाह रहा हूँ, ऐसे बोलना भी नहीं चाह रहा हूँ.
बट यू सेड 2 to 3 वीक्स में एक चैप्टर खत्म होता है.
ये तो यही है ना, कौन सा,
देन 7
सैटरडे एंड संडे. It's a special class. I wanted to reopen it, right, so that I can able to reach some students' aspirations. This is what my willingness. I wanted to reach out some students' aspirations. उसको भी समझ में आते हैं, ऐसे करने से समझ में तो आ रहा है सर, ऐसे बोलते हैं ना. Generally, I tell you it's a very fact with me that if you attend only one class with me, it's a really big headache to me. वो मेरा जीना आराम कर देगा, राइट. वो बच्चे उसको एनफ डोज लगता ही नहीं. इफ़ दे अटेंड और इफ ही और शी अटेंड्स 2 क्लासेस, मॉडरेट बैठ के जाता है, ठीक, अच्छा है. अगर गलती से 3 क्लास अटेंड किया ना, वो हमेशा टीचर कब छुट्टी करते करके इंतज़ार करते रहते हैं. क्या पांडे जी गलत बोल रहे हो क्या? नहीं, सही तो बोल रहा हूँ, राइट. इट्स अ फैक्ट, बट आई गो इन नॉर्मल वे ओनली. सो माई सजेशन इज दैट go moderately 2 classes, it will really help you. Agar one more thing, if I take one class every day 3 hours, one class every day 3 hours, for example, there's a big some issues in the understanding. I tell you, for example, I told you there is a content name called what, नहीं माइक रखो, मैं आपको आखिरी में आंसर बोल के छोड़ दूँ. If I take in one stretch every day, one slot, 3 hours, if I'll take the class, what's the problem? I'll tell you. There's a little bit benefit, but lot of problems. I'll tell you. If I talk about the word maximum minima, hardly I can talk that maximum minimum in 10 minutes. But after that, I have to do only problems. Right? So, if I give you in the function of several variables maximum minima, I can bet that explanation is good, content looks very nice, and is very beautiful also. When you start doing the problem, 99% student can't able to crack the word answer. उसको टाइम देना पड़ता है. मैं 3 घंटे लेके आपके साथ बैठ गया, मैं तो समझाता हूँ आधे घंटे में, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं लगेगा. That's the reason I told you very well. Initially, I can take a time to establish your base. बेस बनने के बाद गाड़ी चलता है नहीं चलता है, रुकता थोड़ी है, बहुत स्पीडली चलता है, बट कहाँ रुकता है बताओ, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में. इफ आई गो विद व्हाट 3 hours, इन 3 hours if I how many problems I can solve, 1 or 2 problems I can solve, my content is finished, ऐसे बोलूँ. मेरा कंटेंट तो होता है, आपसे कुछ नहीं होता है. आपसे होने के लिए मैं तो बहुत सारे सवाल देखना पड़ेगा आपको, घर जाके भी देखना, अगले दिन भी आपको मौका देना है, फिर अगले दिन भी आपको मौका देना है, तभी तो वो सवाल के ऊपर और आपको मतलब पकड़ हो जाते हैं, ओवरकम कर सकते हैं. दिस इज वन थिंग. इफ आई गो विद वर्ड 2 hours stretch or 1 to 2 hours stretch, even if I'll explain some concepts also, even if I'll explain word on each concept one problem, 2-3 concepts I explain on each problem, on each concept one problem I explain, 2-3 concepts I explain. Next day I'll be again giving you मौका. नेक्स्ट डे आने के बाद मैं आपको सवाल लिखता हूँ, सवाल चालू करो, ऐसे बोलता हूँ. सो कुछ बच्चे चालू करते हैं, कुछ बच्चे चालू नहीं करते, कुछ बच्चे बोलते सब मैं सारे करके आया, चलो मैं पूछता हूँ, प्लीज़ दीजिए, दिखाओ आंसर. पांडे यही बोलते, कुछ और बोलते, उसको माइक दो एक बार, राइट. सीरियसली दिखाओ मेरे को एक बार। सो आई कैन बेट दैट वो बच्चे नहीं करके आते हैं, कुछ बच्चे करके आते हैं, कुछ बच्चे करके आते हैं, आधे से आधा वो गलती भी लिखते हैं, कुछ अच्छा भी लिखता है, जहाँ अच्छा लिखते ऐसे लिखो आंसर, फिर अगले दिन लिख के आते हैं। उसको टाइम, जितना बच्चे को टाइम देता रहता है उतना लर्निंग स्कोप बढ़ जाते हैं। सो दैट्स व्हाट माय आइडियोलॉजी। अदरवाइज just finishing up some things. So what does any student do basically? They can't do anything. So just, initially I would like to say, when I just opened this coaching, before that I was academic teacher basically. In academics hardly we do only theorems. State and prove, Cauchy's mean wali theorem. State and prove Lagrange mean wali theorem. State and prove Rolle's theorem. यही होता है। वो स्टेटमेंट क्यों लिखते हैं, प्रूव क्यों करते हैं, पता ही नहीं चलते वहाँ पे। आदत वही होता है। I initially do a lot of theory basically. After seeing these IIT and NIT graduates, they used to have a lot of skills in problem solving and all, right? That's what I found in them. So gradually I slow down and cut down my theory. I started giving the lot of problems. Most of the times what I try basically in the classes also, मैं मतलब theory तो मतलब फटाक ऐसे समझाता हूँ, सीरियसली बता। मैं कोशिश करता हूँ पहले बच्चे को धक्का दूंगा। एक बार उनको दीजिए माइक, किसको? हाँ, मैं बोलने के बाद हाँ बोलो आप। हाँ, एंड मैं पहले बच्चे को धक्का देता हूँ, आप पढ़ लो, आंसर करो, ऐसे करके धक्का देता हूँ। 99% या कुछ परसेंट बच्चे कर लेते हैं, 1% बच्चे कर लेते हैं, 2% बच्चे, 5% बच्चे कर लेते हैं, उसका नाम लेके थोड़ा हंसी मजाक भी कर लेते हैं, राइट? चलो आदर्श एक स्टूडेंट होते हैं, उनके जैसे बच्चे सर इसको सॉल्व कर, ऐसे करके बोलते हैं। सो आई स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग दैट प्रॉब्लम। समटाइम्स आई विल एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इमीडिएटली वन मेथड, देन इमीडिएटली आई विल गिव अ सिमिलर प्रॉब्लम्स। इससे क्या होता है, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग तो होता है, अगर बिना टाइम कंज्यूम होके हम क्या कर सकते हैं यहाँ बैठ के, हम सब मिल के? शुभम बताओ, यही करते हैं, क्या करते हैं? आज मैं आप लोग को क्या बताया, हंगेरियन में तो पढ़ लो बोले, मैंने पढ़ना चालू किया आपने। इनिशियली मैंने क्या एक्सप्लेन किया एलपी में? I started explaining that that assignment problem with the manual way. How do I apply that with the scientific method when the problem size was bigger? Then there is a method, scientific method name is called what? Hungarian method, right? क्या हो गया? मुझे लग रहा है सबको 1 year में ये बना, सबको तो लगता है ना, 1 साल नहीं है, 6 महीने के अंदर भी बनना चाहते हैं बच्चे। So please guide for CSAT. CSAT नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। CSAT क्या, if you can really through with the lot of back year questions, almost all same model आते हैं, मतलब अगर सही से नहीं जा रहा तो दिक्कत है। So generally आज मैंने क्या बता रहा था, एक मेथड है, क्या नाम है? Hungarian method. I explained method initially manually. Manually is not possible with every size of the matrix or every size of the problem. Then I asked this student, you read the word Hungarian method. फटाफट steps उसको भी समझ में आया. Then I started explaining the same things. In quick sense they started understanding. My method is finished. After finishing up the method, what do? I have to give as many as number of problems. And I have to explain that problem, the lot of positives and negatives. I have to invest the time. Otherwise if I don't invest the time, वो तो wastage है. Method तो हो जाएगा, theory कुछ आता भी नहीं है. A fact, it's a lot of nowadays lot of students पेज खुलते ही ख़त्म होना है चैप्टर, पेज खुलते ही मतलब उसका सारे ख़त्म हो, ऐसा करके माइंडसेट से लेके बैठ जाते हैं. सो दिस इज़ अ प्रॉब्लम. प्लीज़ एट द सेम टाइम लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एनी स्टूडेंट टू क्रैक दिस एग्ज़ाम, राइट. एक स्टूडेंट है, रिसेंटली एक IFoS क्लियर किया, उन्होंने एक सवाल कहा, सर आई रिमेंबर्ड इन द नोट्स, शी इज़ अ 5th रैंक बोला, शी वॉज ट्राइंग टू से 16 ABC are 2 ABC answer in this multivariable functions only, right. So sometimes you have to remember, आंसर तक भी याद होना चाहिए. वहाँ पे एग्जाम में जाके मेरे को मेथड तो पता है, मेथड पता के क्या करेगा, वहाँ पे रोना ही चालू करेगा. कारण क्या, मेथड पता होने से कैलकुलेशंस उतना जल्दी खत्म होता नहीं है. सो मेथड पता नहीं है, मतलब इवन प्रॉब्लम भी पहले से देख के रहे, या इवन प्रॉब्लम मतलब पहले से पढ़ चुका है तो अच्छा है, सॉल्यूशन पहले से पता है तो अच्छा है, फटाफट लिखते जाएगा. द बेनिफिट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन प्योर मैथमेटिक्स एंड अप्लाइड मैथमेटिक्स. अप्लाइड मैथ्स आर वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. pure maths are not easy to understand, but once you understand, there are no calculation, like in a modern algebra. Nothing to calculate anything. You have to keep on write, keep on write, keep on write, that's it. But in the calculus and real analysis, it's a mix. Something theory, something theory only in the beginning time. Later on, no theory. Right? Don't afraid. कभी कभी बच्चे सोचते हैं ये मैथ्स पढ़ा रहे कुछ और पढ़ा रहे करके सोचते हैं बच्चे. सो ऐसे भी लगता है. क्या लिखा? मैथ्स 1 2 3 1 7 11. ठीक है, अच्छा है. यू कैन एंड दिया चौहान क्या करते हैं? प्लीज़ गाइड फॉर मी. नो वरीज दिया, मैं सिंसियरली बता रहा हूँ. यू कैन थ्रू बाई वर्ड ऑल द बैक ईयर्स मोरलेस सेम मॉडल क्वेश्चन विल कम. राइट, पीपल वोंट थ्रू बाई. That's the reason they'll face the issues, right? Yeah, it's okay. I'll come back to the content, please. It's okay. But so better my suggestion. At the earliest you are able to finish your things. अच्छा, one more benefit is that जो बच्चे आजकल serious concern एक बात बता रहा हूँ, serious बात एक बात बता रहा हूँ. And आजकल क्या ठीक लिख रहा हूँ क्या? अच्छा, वहाँ देख नहीं रही आपका, देखते रहे. आज के लिए एक उपाय है मेरे पास, सीरियस कंसर्न. आई एम गिविंग यू रिकॉर्डेड क्लासेस टू द स्टूडेंट्स प्रॉपरली. समटाइम्स व्हेन यू फील दैट क्लास वाज गोइंग स्लो, you take one recorded class also. You finish on your own, pace. That's not very big deal to understand. Okay. So it's also one of the benefit. By hooks and crooks, कैसे भी आप ख़त्म करके जल्द से जल्दी एग्ज़ाम में, मतलब एग्ज़ाम लेके तो निकालने के लिए तो कोशिश तो करो. आप कभी कभी क्या होते हैं, जिस स्पीड से आप जाना चाहते हैं उस स्पीड से अभी मिलने के लिए मौका भी है हम लोग के पास. सब कुछ रिकॉर्डेड भी है, लाइव भी है एंड ऑफलाइन भी है. जैसे टीचर को आके मिलना है तो मिल भी सकते हैं, एंजॉय भी कर सकते हैं, हंस सकते हैं, दुख भी हो सकते हैं, सब कर सकते हैं. राइट. सो पहले क्या होता है, थोड़ा रेस्ट्रिक्शंस होता था. अभी फ़ायदा भी है, नुकसान भी है. फ़ायदे क्या, दिस मैनी फैसिलिटीज़ यू हैव. नुकसान क्या, उसको मिसयूज़ भी करते हैं ना लोग. दैट्स इट. सो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो द पॉइंट. So you can finish at the earliest by your way, by your own way. That's what I'm saying. It is possible. So you can get all these things. And but जब आपको लगता है यार मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ, अगर सपोज यू आर गोइंग बाई वेरी स्पीड, जब आपको लगता है मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ, यू स्टॉप देयर एंड थोड़ा खड़ा होकर देखो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, गलत कर रहा हूँ, सही कर रहा हूँ. गलत कर रहा है तो ऐसा लगे तो क्या, थोड़ा पीछे मोड़ के देखो, टीचर के पास आओ, मैं क्या करना है पता चल जाता है. अगर ठीक लग रहा है, ठीक कर रहा हूँ लगता है तो मतलब अब अपना खुद का धक्का करके मतलब आगे बढ़ते रहो, आगे बढ़ते रहो, भागते रहो. दिस इज़ अ वे, इट्स अ पॉसिबल. राइट. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. नीट क्या नाउ क्या हो गया, सही किया. मैं तो आपकी हेल्प कर रहा तो अच्छा आप न्यू स्टूडेंट्स के ही. अच्छा नो 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 वरी, सॉल्व द डाउट्स, नो वरी नो वरी. ठीक है. Yeah, this is the thing what I'm trying to say. Please, what I'm, I'll be coming back to the content, please. The same multiple integrals over here also. कहाँ पे? यहाँ पे भी है. Multiple integrals after this. Multiple integrals. Okay. So now you tell me in overall this syllabus description, right? क्या लिखा? I'm planning to attempt for 2028. No, you can plan to attempt 2027. Don't worry. If you are underage person, that is different. Now is it better to attend 2 section? You can attend, good. But you try for the what? See, one benefit is there. कहाँ जा रहे? बैठो ना 5 मिनट, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, हमको भी क्लास है अगले. Right. See, when you go to the shops or market, कपड़ा मार्केट, बाई 1 get 1 फ्री, ऐसा होता है नहीं होता है? यहाँ पे मैं क्या डायलॉग मार दूँ, प्रिपेयर 1 get 1 फ्री एग्जाम. व्हाट इज दैट एग्जाम? IFoS. syllabus remains same, maths optional remains same. You choose the second option is for us free. That's it. So this way you have to plan basically. Even 2027 also don't leave if you are not underage person. So get the opportunity, at least go for to attempt the what? IFoS. Try to crack the word preliminary exam. What are the measurements? What are the tips are required for preparing very well this prelims? When you are in exam race, when you are under the exam pressure, your preparation is very, in a right track. Otherwise, if you are not in exam track, okay, you are thinking that I'm going to give a 2028 exam. पूरा आराम हो गया पूरा, दिन कैसे कट जाता है आपको पता ही नहीं चलते 2 साल. So that's what, don't do that mistake. You should be under the exam pressure only, and you try to think I'm giving a 2027 exam only. Okay, how much difference is there between the topics of the real and calculus? No, so much. Almost all calculus is completely inside about real only. But in the here, this topic is extra you have to read. This topic is extra you have to read. That's it. And otherwise, more or less every question or every, इसको माइक दीजिए बच्चे को, हाँ, every question, क्या हो गया राहुल, माइक दीजिए बच्चे को, इधर है पांडे के पास है, माइक ऑन करके दीजिए प्लीज.
So we are seeing like more or less the syllabus is same in both.
Same है.
Then why we are studying in 2 different papers like calculus? So
They kept in different papers. What do we do? Otherwise, base is a calculus, whose extension is a real. That's what the point. But one difference I can tell you, but even that difference we can't follow in exam. But I'll tell you one difference. See, difference between the sometimes calculus and real analysis, bit difference I can tell, bit difference, but we don't follow that in exam. I tell you. I'll write here. Chalo. Limit f of x as x tends to c, that is equal to what? L. To find this limit, what do I find here? LHL is equal to what? RHL is equal to what? L. What do I mean here? Limit f of x as x tends to c from minus. Minus means that it's not a minus c. I am from the left side and to approach the c. That's it. Limit f of x as x tends to c from the right side. Both should exist and have the what? Equal value. That equal value would be equal to what? L. That is known as a limit exists. Okay. Yeah. Limit exists. But when it comes to the, it is what I would like to say, calculus. I can find through what LHL and RHL, and if both can exist and get equal, then I would like to say limit exists, then that limit to be denoted by like this. But when it comes to the real analysis, okay, carefully mind here, I don't go by like this. What is the meaning? To show this. To show this, what is the meaning here? That is fx is tending toward L as x is tending toward C. That is, I would like to write to show this. For given epsilon greater than 0, however small, is it okay? There exists a delta greater than 0. Delta depends on word epsilon. Delta is a function of epsilon such that st means such that small st. Modulus f of x minus L less than epsilon whenever 0 less than modulus x minus c less than what? Delta. If I am in a position to show this thing, then my limit exists as what? L. This I do, this kind of language I do in the real analysis, but the same I will show in the word mathematically left hand side, right hand side in the word calculus. This is the difference we find in both the contents, in wherever these kind of contents arise, right? But otherwise, even this kind of question they won't ask, more or less, right? So more or less we can follow this thing only. Less times we follow this. This thing also we will follow, but not in the calculus. But we follow in the word real analysis. But this thing we follow in very less times. Most of the times we follow this only. That's a fact. So that difference is not shown much more in between the two topics. That's the reason I'm not treating myself calculus and the real are different. I'm not treating, right? It means that the real and calculus will learn in a single format only we can learn. That's what I do in the contents discussion from my side. I'll go first with what? Intro with the real numbers. जितना ज़रूरत है उतना मैं. इसके बाद I'll go for the word sequence and series of real numbers. Then I go with word real valued functions of single variable. Then I discuss with word LCD, limit continuity and differentiable. And after this I directly go with word real valued functions with the multivariables. Then again I go with the discussion about LCD, limit continuity and differentiable. And again I'll go for the word maximum minima, the maximum minima here also, whose extension. I'll go with the word Lagrange multipliers method. I'll go with the word Jacobian method, right? Then after that, the same things are over here also, basically, over here also. Both the things will cover. Then I'll come back to the place word Riemann integral. Then I go to the word improper integral. Same improper integral, Riemann is there also, here also, right? After that, if possible, I can go to the word sequence and series of real valued functions. Or else I can directly, I skip this. Or else I can go to the word multiple integrals. After that I can go to this. So this way the things to be taken up. This is possible when you have a note, you will feel comfort. When teacher is having a long experience and long scope of understanding and all, right? And then it is possible. I am planning to attempt 2028. It's okay. Now it's a bit, ये तो हो गया ना, पढ़ लिया ना, ठीक है. Yeah. So I hope these are some prerequisites, pre-discussions of the content. So my humble request to all the new and old people. Now, it's a fresh year, I can say. After the preliminary, generally what happens? People, preliminary exam over. After the preliminary exam over, whether they clear or not, they'll understand what they want to do. Will they want to do coaching and all or not, right? The people who are freshly graduate people, they'll also think that, okay, I should not want to do any mistake. The people who are in the second year graduation, third year graduation, fourth year graduation, they plan to do some things, right? You have to do with the proper plan with the teachers. My suggestion is this. Otherwise, the valuable time is going to be killed, right? Suppose you are learning from me some techniques. Okay, this is a method we have to study. It is not required to do 100% 100% you should be with me, 100% you should stay with me. After 50% syllabus, after 70% syllabus, खुद को समझ में आते हैं मैं इतने ही करना है, ऐसे करना, ऐसे से खत्म हो जाएगा. Then you can do seriously like that. That is only the way to do. So that, sometimes what happens, I tell you, at least in earlier times, in my times, I would like to say, people used to go to the colleges. They sit with the friends, they sit in the classes, they listen to these teachers, right? And that time, वो होता था, front gate से अंदर जाते, attendance देते, back gate से बाहर निकलते. वो तो बात इतना होता है. अब ना front gate से अंदर जा रहे हैं, ना back gate से बाहर आ रहे हैं बिल्कुल. दोनों नहीं हो रहे अभी. तो ना कॉलेज जा ही नहीं रहे बच्चे, नहीं जा रहे ना. So इससे क्या हो जाता है, वो sitting capacity कम हो जाता है बच्चे का. Sitting and listening some teacher, they love to clear the exam, but they are unable to sit properly. Who are responsible for that? Issues होते हैं. So for this, lot of things have to be self-discipline things to be followed by student. Then only the things are possible. Otherwise, मतलब आदत नहीं तो क्या करेगा? दिक्कत तो हो जाता है. सही बोलो गलत बोलो? सही तो बोलो, right? चलो anyway, thank you so much to all. And do seriously, sincerely, attend the classes properly. And I hope people, I have seen some of the inquiry students also. They used to last 1 year, 2 years on their self-study and all. Okay, they did self-study at least. That's a good thing. But when you come after having some knowledge to the teacher place, you learn something very well in the right track. And you can crack exam easily. So that's what my suggestion. So thank you so much to all. And we'll see tomorrow onwards, the same class, regular. Soon I can, 12 baje wala class mein, soon I can open some new topic also. If you want to sit, you can do sometimes offline one, offline one, online one, ऐसे भी कुछ कर सकते हैं. कुछ ना कुछ प्लान करके ख़त्म करो. सो ख़त्म करें तो अच्छा है। हम ऐसे रिजिडिटी में बैठ जा रहे तो फिर दिक्कत है। कुछ बच्चा ऐसे होता है, सो मैं एक ही क्लास करना चाहता हूँ, मैं जल्दी ख़त्म करना चाहता हूँ, कौन मना कर रहा है? पहले 3-4 साल पहले जब ऑनलाइन प्रॉपरली नहीं आया, रियर आई यूज़ टू टेक 5 क्लास। सर कितने क्लास लेते हैं राहुल? 5 क्लास लेते हैं। 5 क्लास कैसे लेते हैं मैं बताऊँ? इसी क्लास में, इस क्लास में ऊपर वाला क्लास एक होता है, ये तो फर्स्ट फ्लोर हो गया ना, सेकेंड फ्लोर में दिस ऑनलाइन सेटअप क्लासेज है, एंड डाउन इज़ 1 क्लास, अप इज़ अनदर क्लास, 3 क्लासेस, 100 लगभग मिनिमम 100 स्टूडेंट बैठ जाते हैं एक क्लास में। कभी जाते भी हैं, कभी सीढ़ी में भी बैठता था, सीढ़ी में बैठता था, हाँ पता है ना हमको, गेट खोल के बैठता था। देन इसके बाद दिस काइंड ऑफ जूम क्लास आल्सो देयर। Along with this, there is Hyderabad video conferencing. This is a video conferencing class. There is a Mukherjee video conferencing. कितने क्लास हो गए? लगभग 6 क्लास हो गया, right? All the 6 classes will run in single go, right? वो सारे स्टूडेंट्स कहाँ चले गए? ऑनलाइन में, फ्री में, इधर उधर ऐसे ऐसे भटकते बैठ गया। So that's the point. So it means that indirectly or directly, what I'm trying to say, you have heavily resources available, but no one was very सीरियस अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, बिकॉज मैंने इसी हम लोग IMS क्लास में एक मतलब एक नया चीज़ मेरे को सीखने मिला। बच्चे सीरियसली आते हैं ऑफलाइन के लिए, वो धीरे से कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं लाइव में, धीरे से फिर कहाँ जाते हैं, वो इसमें जाते हैं क्या, रिकॉर्ड में जाते हैं, इसके बाद वो कहाँ गए बच्चे पता ही नहीं चलता है। सो दैट्स द केस। सो दिस इज़ द टेंडेंसी इज हैपनिंग नाउअडेज। वो गलती ना करे तो अच्छे है, बिकॉज जो एज जो अटेम्प्ट वापस नहीं आता है, सो इट्स वेरी सीरियस मैटर, राइट। सो जब विरोधी सो जाते हैं, आप थोड़ा आंख खोल के रहते तो अच्छे है। अब सब विरोधी सोया ही है, ये मान के चलो। सो अदरवाइज गलती आपका है, बिकॉज देर इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ। इस बार एक बच्चा बोला था, सर प्रिलिमिनरी ऐसे आया, अच्छा हो गया, अच्छा बच्चा हट गया, मेरे लिए कंपटीशन नहीं है, ऐसा करके बोल के हंस रहे एक बच्चे, राइट। उसके लिए मेंस तो आसान पड़ गया, राइट। सो दैट हैपन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स बेसिकली, ओके। Yeah, it's okay. Chalo, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay.